Gotta get going. I'm late already. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. So we're starting tonight. Monday Run Club. And I've got to start running at 11.5 kilometers an hour. Welcome along to Zwift Live, welcome along to Zwift Running. I think it's 11.5, or is it just 11? Maybe it's 11. We're in the island, we're not on the island of Utopia, we're on Richmond tonight. Richmond, Virginia, 11.5 kilometers an hour for the first 5 minutes. I'm going to try and look at Facebook chat. I'm going to try and look at Mixer chat. We'll see how I manage. Because as you can see by my t-shirt, fresh out of the London Marathon yesterday, the legs are a tiny little bit tired. So we'll see how we go. Sarah Brandis is already saying, how are the legs? I feel a bit tight, I have to say. So I'm just going to see how it goes. I did consider joining Group C tonight, but I thought it'd be far more hilarious for you guys to watch me suffer in Group A. So here we are. We're going to stick it out in Group A for as long as we can, and if I fall back in the second half, then you'll just have to put up with looking at me running on my own, crying. Ron says hello from Montreal. And Jinxie said my stride looks a little shorter. That's probably because my hamstrings are pulling. Jinxie, sorry I missed you at the expo. And I'm sorry you didn't get a water bottle. There was a little bit of a confusion between the Zwift staff and the Zwift management. But we are definitely going to get you a water bottle, don't worry. So we're going to stick it out tonight. Welcome along, this is Zwift Running. If you've never seen Zwift Running before, virtual running, or real running in a virtual world. All the people listed on the left of the screen are real runners. We're all on treadmills in different parts of the world. You can see our country flags there: USA, Norway, Germany, Sweden, Scotland, Ireland. We all get together on a Monday night, 7:30 UK time, for Monday Run Club. And we've got Tim Gross, who's got the yellow beacon above his head. He's the run leader. So he's going to tell us what to do, and you will see instructions in the middle of the screen every time he wants us to do something different, so increase the speed or reduce the speed. So what will happen today is we will gradually increase the speed for the first half of the run, and then when we get halfway through we're going to drop back down again and slowly increase the speed again. So there we are, at 5 minutes we go up to 12 kilometers an hour. So we're on 4 minutes and 12 seconds at the moment. So I'll talk about the London Marathon in a bit. Just settle into the run. you'll notice just a little bit further back, six seconds behind, is Steve Way. He also ran the London Marathon on yesterday. He managed a time of 2 hours and 36 minutes. And that was after giving up at mile 16 and jogging the rest of it home. Imagine what he'd have done if he'd been doing it for real. I think Tim's asking me if my legs are okay, or he might be asking everyone. I feel a little bit tight, but okay enough to start the A group, and we'll see how we go. Might have to drop off a little bit towards the end, but I'll give it my best shot. Ingrid is also asking how my legs feel. Oh well, we may as well start talking about the London Marathon seeing as we're here. I missed the move up to 12, there we are. So we're now at 12 kilometres an hour. So London was the hottest it's ever been. Now, for people in some parts of America, Australia, the kind of temperatures we get in the UK compared to some of yours are really not high. And Steve Way is saying his legs, he thinks his legs are okay. But considering that by all records since 1981 when the London Marathon started, yesterday's was the hottest on record, and that had a real effect on a lot of runners. You may have heard that we did have one chap die, collapsed, actually a little bit well known as well. He'd been on a TV programme in the UK called MasterChef, and he got quite far in that, and a lot of people thought he was going to win it, and he got knocked out in the semi-finals. Anyway, called Matt, he collapsed yesterday. He's a sub 3 hour marathon runner. He's done about 2 or 3 marathons before, and he had run the Manchester Marathon a couple of weeks before, and sadly in the heat yesterday he collapsed and died, only 29 years old. So it was hot for us yesterday, and a lot of people don't realise that if you're not used to it, that kind of temperature takes it out of you. It was 24 degrees, and that really might not seem an awful lot to some people, but when you're not used to that kind of heat, it does have an effect. And so we were running in what for us was very hot temperatures yesterday, and it certainly affected my race. So I started out with the intention yesterday of running 3:10 pace, so 3 hours 10 minutes. I started out at that pace, and the reason for that is because in order to qualify for next year's London Marathon, for my age group, I need a time of 3 hours 10 minutes or less. So I thought I'd try for it yesterday. And I managed to keep up that pace until halfway. Maybe just before halfway I was dropping off a little bit. Tim's instruction there, at 10 minutes we're going up to 12.5k per hour. But at halfway yesterday, so 1 hour 35 minutes, I knew I was done. I knew there was no way I was going to keep that pace in the heat. And I did drop off a little. I made it to 20 miles. And then my 20 miles, I completely crashed and I gave up mentally and physically really, and I just jogged it home. So I did the last 6 miles really slowly and finished in 3 hours 24 in the end. So certainly by no means a PB, nowhere near a PB, nowhere near the time I was hoping for. But you know what, I'll take it because of the weather. Thanks for the ride on, everybody. Thanks, John. So this is a recovery run. It's funny though, 5 minutes per kilometre is what I jogged in the last 6 miles. So yesterday, this pace seemed like a slow jog home. 5 minutes, maybe just over 5 minutes per kilometre, maybe 5:05, 5:10, and it seemed slow. Right, I'm already getting left behind, aren't I? Because I keep missing the instructions. Let's bump it just a little bit more. Tim says he's tired today. You didn't even run a marathon yesterday, Tim. Paul Deering says he thinks he drank his body weight in fluid yesterday. Paul finished in 4.5 hours. Paul, listen, just finishing yesterday is an achievement. Well done, buddy. Well done to everybody who ran yesterday in the London Marathon. It was a tough day at the office for almost everyone concerned. Well done to Mo Farah though, who beat the British record. So the British record was held by Steve Jones since 1984, and his time was 2 hours 7 minutes and 13 seconds. And yesterday Mo Farah knocked just under a minute off that. So well done to him, and commiserations to Steve, whose record has stood for 34 years. Amazing. So my heart rate has now gone into the orange zone, just clicking onto the orange zone. I just need to be careful that I'm not overly tiring myself, overly wearing myself out in the first half of this session. Wesley's pointing out that Group C has no leader tonight. Yeah, unfortunately Amanda was not able to make it tonight, so she's had to pull out. So apologies to Group C, who don't have a leader tonight. So I'm gradually catching up with Tim at the front there. He's 6 seconds ahead. Knock up a little bit more. If I can. Alright, at 15 minutes we're going up to 13 kilometres an hour. I think we're going to hold that for about, was it 20 minutes? Right, let's just have a look and see if anybody's talking on Mixer. Oh no, this doesn't look like we're broadcasting on Mixer tonight. So, okay. So we'll just stick with Facebook Live tonight. So up to 13 now. Try and keep the heart rate somewhere in the middle there. There's the boys up ahead. Richmond isn't the most exciting of courses to run on, but it'll do. So then we're going to stay here for a couple of kilometres at 13, or maybe we go up to 13 and a half, I'm not sure. And then we'll drop back down again, I think, back to 11 and a half, and we build slowly back up again. So a kind of progressive run, but with an interval, if that makes any sense. Okay, so when we get to 20 minutes, we're going back to 12 kilometres an hour. Okay. Let's just catch up a bit. I'm just going to go a little bit faster, just to get to the back of the group. Legs actually loosening up a bit now that I'm running. My legs are loosening up a bit. Hope you like the t-shirt. London Marathon Finishers t-shirt. I did consider wearing my medal. I thought it might flap about and hit the mic too much. I'm sure Steve Way's wearing his medal though. Heart rate up to 159 now, but I don't feel too bad at the moment. 7k to go though still. Any questions, guys? Pop them down on the Facebook chat there. I'll try and grab them, grab a look at them. Hey Jordan, nice to speak to you. You get back to me about your idea that you messaged me earlier. Sorry for not responding sooner. Okay, I'm going to go back down to 13 now that I've joined the group. My treadmill, well I said mine, the treadmill I'm using is the Techno Gym My Run, and it has Bluetooth connectivity, so I don't need a foot pod. So most people running on Zwift will be connected using a foot pod on their shoe. But this treadmill that I have a loan of for the time being can connect direct to Zwift. So all I do is knock it up and it goes up one. Knock it back down and it goes down one. It's good, isn't it? Tim's just reminding us when we get to 20 minutes, we're dropping back down to 12 kilometers an hour, which sounds good to me. My camera angles aren't working, are they, today? I wonder why that is. .158 still, so just hanging on in there in the orange zone. I do find sometimes though that my pace coming from the My Run seems to let me fall behind a little bit, even if I am doing what the instructions say. So currently we're supposed to be at 13 and I'm just finding I'm having to just bump up a little bit just to keep pace with the guys in the front. Okay, so knocking it back down to 12 now. Excuse my spitting. So just a little bit of a breather. 5 minutes at this pace, I think. So nicely tucked in behind Tim now, the run leader. Steve way right behind me. Engel and Chen and Nommel from Sweden all behind. Herbert Krabel up ahead from Germany. Nice little group, staying together through the streets of Richmond, Virginia. 6.5 kilometers to go. So you can see my heart rate's just settled back down again now into the yellow zone. Had a great week at the London Expo. Thanks very much if you came down to see me and the rest of the Zwift team. Really enjoyable few days. Expo started on Wednesday. I didn't go Wednesday, but I turned up on Thursday. So we did Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Saturday was absolutely crazy at the Expo. Thank you for joining us on any of the taper runs that we did. We did some running live from the Expo on Zwift, and a few of you joined us on those, but Saturday was so hectic. The treadmills that we had at the Expo were taken up by people testing out and using Zwift, so we didn't have a chance to jump on them and do those runs. But I think it was worth it to see people's faces when they realised how enjoyable Zwift was. A lot of people converted, I think. A lot of people impressed with the graphics, with the social aspect. A lot of people really enjoyed running on Zwift over the 3 days that I was at the Expo. Thank you very much if you came along and joined in. There'll be a lot more of those events all around the world, really. Zwift running will expand, and I'm sure they'll have Zwift stands in New York and Chicago, down in Australia, I'm sure, as well. Sean is asking, can I just use a Garmin as a foot pod? Yes, you can, Sean, but you need to be on a computer, a PC or a Mac. It will not work. Well, it will work on iOS devices, like your iPod and your iPhone or your iPad, but you'll need another piece of equipment to convert the signal to Bluetooth. So your Garmin FootPod broadcasts in ANT+, but your signal from an ANT+ to a Bluetooth signal. If you're on a computer, so a PC or a Mac, thanks for the ride on, Karen, then all you need is your ANT+ FootPod and a USB ANT+ stick, which plugs into your computer. So at 25 minutes, we're going back up to 12.5 kilometers an hour. We've done 5k, we've got 5.5 to go. So ramping it up again now. We'll get harder work again. Thanks Eric for the ride on, Eric Jones there. Sean, most people tend to use the Stride footpod, which broadcasts in Bluetooth and ANT Plus at the same time, so there's never any connection problems. So 12.5 kilometers an hour now for another 5 minutes. I'm feeling okay. It's hard work, but I'm feeling okay, and I should get to the end of this now. Fingers crossed. Teresa asks, can you get the same effect from just using your iPhone screen? Well, Teresa, I would argue no, but if that's all you have, it's better than nothing. So if you're at the gym and you only have your iPhone, then that's better than nothing. So use your iPhone. You'll still get to experience running in the virtual world and running with other people. You can still message people and chat and enjoy the run. But I've got a big kind of 40-inch LCD screen in front of me, and honestly, if you've got one of them and you've got a treadmill in your house, like I have in the shed here in the back garden, it makes the experience a lot more immersive and enjoyable. So again, even though I was going at 12.5, I'm just falling back a little bit, so just gradually catch up with the guys. Thanks Ryan for the ride on. .156 BPM. You can guarantee that Steve Way, just next to me now, you can guarantee his heart rate is about 110. Between 110 and 112, most likely. He finished the marathon on... The atmosphere in London this weekend was incredible though. Because it was such a warm, sunny day. For runners it was tough, but for the public, spectating was absolutely perfect. And so there were so many people out. It was absolutely chocker. And the noise around the course, I mean, I haven't done New York, and that is the only one that I hear is comparable in any way, but the noise was incredible. And if you ever get the chance to run London, just for the experience of the crowd, you have to do it. It's incredible. Especially around the main landmarks like the Cutty Sark and Tower Bridge, and coming back past the Tower of London, Canary Wharf, and certainly coming to the end, obviously, past St James's Park and down the Mall, past Buckingham Palace. Incredible. So at 30 minutes, so in 30 seconds time, we're going to raise the speed again up to 13. So I don't know how high he's hoping we're going to go, because we've still got 4.5 kilometres left to run. .14.5 maybe? Malcolm Oak says good morning. Well done Malcolm on your epic 74k run in the Tour of Watopia. Well done, buddy. Malcolm, if you don't know, just ran 74 kilometres on Zwift. So well done, mate. Epic running. Karen says, oh, he's crazy. Okay, so again, 159, 158 BPM. That's going to go up now. So it's going to get more hard. It's going to get harder. More hard, is that a phrase you can say? It's going to get more hard. It's going to get harder. More difficult. At the bottom there, you can see a grey shaded area and a red line. So that is heart rate and pace. So the grey shaded area is my pace, and the red line is my heart rate. Just another graphic representation of what I'm doing. You can see I'm gradually moving up the levels. So I'm on level 18 at the moment. If you're not aware, Zwift is a game, a computer game like any other. So the further you run and the faster you run, the more points you get, more XP points you get. We're going back down to 12 at 35, I see. Yeah, the more XP points you get, and the higher up the levels you go, and the higher up the levels you go, the more virtual prizes you win. There are only 21 levels at the moment in running, 25 in cycling. So in about 2 minutes, we're going to drop down again to 12 kilometers an hour. So 2 intervals this session is progressive run. We've gone up to 13 and a half. We've gone back down to 12. We've gone up to 13 again, and back down to 12 again, and then up again, I imagine, obviously. Heart rate is 160 now, in the orange zone, zone 4. So working hard. Don't joke, Ryan. Ryan's saying, although Zwift is a game, we are really running. So if you die in the game, you die in real life as well. But we were just talking about the poor guy who's died at the London Marathon this weekend. Sub-3 marathon runner, collapsed and died over the weekend. Really awful. So although my heart rate is 160, I feel at the moment relatively comfortable. Not too bad. My legs have loosened up a bit since I started running. So I'm hoping I can hold on to the end. In Group A, it's always a bit of a risk joining Group A for me. I'm kind of right on the edge sometimes of being able to hang with Group A. But this was slower than marathon pace yesterday by about 7 or 8 seconds at the moment. Marathon pace for me yesterday was 4:30 per kilometre, which I managed just about for the first half of the run, and then slowed down. Right, down to 12 now. So 5 minutes at this pace. So that'll be another kilometre down. So that'll leave us 2k to go. And we'll bump it up again. Nice wide open streets here in Richmond. Still got Herbert Krabel and Engel from Germany, Chen from the USA, Tim, Steve and me from the UK hanging in there at 12 kilometres an hour, 3k to go, heart rate in zone 4, 6 for me. I usually have the highest heart rate, partly because I'm chatting away as well, of course. Oh yeah, Ryan heard about Katie Price, who quit the marathon after about 15 kilometres. Katie Price is a famous kind of modelish kind of person in the UK, and she'd been claiming she was going to crawl over the line if it killed her, and she only made it 15 kilometres and pulled out. She had a lot of criticism on Twitter and Facebook. So Tim, I think Tim just said his heart rate was 123 there. That's pretty good, Tim. Mine's down to 150 now. The reason we're keeping talking about heart rate all the time is because it's just a good measure of how hard you're working. So for Steve Way, this is a recovery run, an easy run. For me, this is a lot harder work. Thanks, Pete Collins. I'm quite enjoying it though. Quite often it's easy to take a day off after you've run a marathon, and you probably should maybe. But if you run regularly, there's no harm in doing a recovery run the day after you've run a marathon if your legs can take it. You just have to be aware of tight hamstrings so you don't injure yourself on your run. If you know that's not going to happen, if you're careful, it's perfectly fine. So at 40 minutes, we're going up to 13 kilometres an hour. So a big jump up. As we'll go up to 12.5 now. Ish. Okay, so up to 13 we go. 2.5k left. So 5 minutes at this pace. And then I imagine we'll go a bit faster. Still got 2k to go, so still a bit of running to do. For those people using foot pods, it's a lot more difficult to maintain an even pace. Well, a lot more than it is for me using the MyRun treadmill. I don't mind, Tim. 5 minutes is fine by me. So yeah, I love this treadmill. It's going to be a pain to have to give it back. Really nice feel. As close as I've got to running on the outside on the treadmill. Apart from at the gym, of course. It's the best home treadmill I've used by a long way. Does have a little firmware problem at the moment, but it's not happened today so far, so fingers crossed. Occasionally it just cuts out, and they are working on a conversion, so I mean a firmware update. So I've just read the word conversion on the screen and said it out loud. They are working on a firmware update, so another 2.5 minutes at this pace, and then we're going to bump it up again. So this last kilometre and a bit is going to be where it gets hard. For me, 160 BPM, relatively comfortable for me. But when we go up, you watch that heart rate go up as I start working harder. Ryan is asking, what's the next ultra I'm signed up for? Well, I've got the 3 Forks Challenge, which is 27 miles in 2 weeks. And then the week after that is the amazing Transvolcania Ultra on the island of La Palma in the Canaries, 74k. Go to the Film My Run website, or the Film My Run YouTube channel, and search for Transvolcania. You see my videos from the last 2 years. Amazing run, absolutely love it. So we're going there for one last time in about 3 weeks' time. One and a half K to go. And I missed the instruction there, but I'm guessing it's 13 and a half. I don't know. In 1 minute's time. $14 kilometers an hour. Okay. So a good over a kilometre at 14 kilometers an hour. So a nice little push at the end here. Victoria was due to do the 3 Forks Challenge, but because she's got her broken foot, she can't do anything at the moment. Right, let's bump it up to 14 for the last kilometre. Just going to try and relax. Not going to talk too much. One kilometre to go. Important when you're working hard just to stay relaxed, shoulders down, head up, breathe, head up, that expands your lungs, get more oxygen into your lungs, just relax and move in a forward direction, not side to side, if you can. That's a good efficient use of your energy to move you forward. $800 meters to go. Ryan, thank you. She's a tough old cookie. She'll get there. So Steve's bumping it up. Everyone's bumping it up now. I don't want to bump it up. I want to stay here. Thanks for the ride on Wardle. Right, everyone's going faster. $500 meters to go. So heart rate's gone up to 166. 28 minutes in zone 4 now. But you know what? Actually, I'm not feeling too bad. So 400 meters left, once round a running track. Come on, boys. So I really enjoy seeing the treadmill matching Zwift exactly. 14.3 on the treadmill, 14.3 on Zwift. It's lovely. Okay, we'll stay with Tim. Slow down to 14 again. 300 meters, 200 meters. Oh, I see, now Tim decides to speed up. Come on then. And there's the finish line. You can see the blue banner across the road. That's the end of the run. Very pleased to say I didn't get into the red zone today. Not quite, anyway. Tim has timed that to perfection. Look at that, 50 minutes bang on pretty much. Well done, everybody. Amazing. Oh, great run. Thanks, everybody. Brilliant. Enjoyed that. Looks like Steve's carrying on a bit. Well done, everybody. Thanks for that Monday Run Club. Awesome stuff. Let's just chill out. Just let the lactic acid out of the legs by just doing a little slower run. We may as well get to 11k now just to get the XP points. So, do another 350 meters. Yeah, I'm doing 11 as well, Tim. Thanks, Ginger Citizen, for the ride-on, buddy. Thank you. So ride-ons are just like kudos in Strava, if you know about that. Just a way of saying well done to somebody. Obviously, because Zwift started out as a cycling game. Cheers, Steve. Ride-on is a cycling term. Oh, my mouse has stopped working. How annoying. Oh, I can't get back to me. There we are. I could always press back to me on the left-hand side, of course. So just letting the heart rate slowly come down. Just relaxing now. 100 meters to go before we finish. Just get those extra 10 XP points. Bump me up a little bit further on the levels. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for the questions. We'll see you on Wednesday for Wednesday workout, 7:30 UK time. If that doesn't suit you, there are plenty of other time zones available. Look on the Zwift companion app and you'll find a time zone to suit you. And if that looked like it was too fast for you, you can join B group, you can join C group, or you can join D group. All those groups will go slightly slower and they will do slightly less distance. So don't be put off by the speed tonight or the distance tonight. If you come and join us on Monday Run Club, or if you come and join us on Wednesday workout, there will be a pace group for you and there will be a time zone for you. So please do that, please join in. That was good. I'm glad I did that. It was hard work, but it's so enjoyable. And you know, it feels social. It feels like you're running with other people, which is always a good thing. Thanks again, guys. Saturday morning as well, John Hancock runs Run in the Park, 9 o'clock UK time. And then I will be back on Wednesday. I'll be back for Wednesday workout. That's broadcast on my own channel, the Film My Run channel. And then back on Zwift Run on Friday, I do a workout session where I look at the workouts that are available for runners in Zwift. So within the program, you can do specified workouts, interval sessions, progressive runs. And on a Friday at 7:30 live, I will do one of those workouts just to show you what it's like. It's not a group run, it's just me on my own, but do come along and have a look if you want to learn about how to do a workout on Zwift. I'll be there doing that 7:30 on Friday. Saturday morning, Run in the Park, Monday Run Club. Guys, take care. Thank you very much for joining me. I enjoyed that. It was hard work after the marathon yesterday, but worth doing, always worth doing a nice recovery run. Take care. See you Wednesday on my channel, Film My Run, 7:30 for Wednesday workout. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.